Welcome back to Titans franchise. My name is JB and we are here in week 7 of the 2024 season, and we are currently sitting at a record of 1-5. Hasn't been great to start the year, obviously, but we do have a matchup this week, finishing our gauntlet against the AFC East against the New York Jets. So in let's see, 6-5. So in week 4 we played the Patriots, which we actually beat. Week 5 we got destroyed by Buffalo. Last week we played an okay game for the most part against Miami, and now this week we have the Jets at home. This is going to be a pretty tough one because they have an insanely highly rated defense at an 87 overall. They also still have Aaron Rodgers, spoiler alert, but if you look at their rankings, their offense is phenomenal, ranking at number 2 in points per game, number 1 in passing yards per game, top half of the league in rush yards per game. They do give up a lot of points, but they don't give up a lot of yards, so I'm not really sure how that works out, but that is what it is. But yeah, their offensive rankings, they do tend to turn the ball over quite a bit, not as much as us, but you know, that's pretty cool. And then defensively, they're kind of not incredible, but they're still probably better than us. But if you did miss the end of the last episode, we did make a pretty big trade, shipping off a guy who has just been out there playing cardio for us in he played top 5 on the team in snaps and had 6 tackles from a linebacker position. We traded Harold Landry to the Raiders for a 3rd round pick. Now, basically just shipping him off for the best offer we could get. That's going to allow James Houston to slide into a starting role. And I'm going to make a huge mistake and press this button to get things a little bit more sorted out. Oh boy. So I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes fixing that. But yeah, basically just going to get James Houston more involved. He's younger, higher upside at this point than Harold Landry, who, like I said, had just been out there doing cardio. 6 tackles. I get it from an edge position, but come on. Like 6 tackles, like 1 TFL, he'd been bad. So move off of him, just try to give other guys a chance, and then you know, we get a pick back because we spent a lot of picks to move around and get the guys that we liked in this draft. So also in that trade, we picked up Colby Parkinson to just be a rotational tight end, which is exactly what he's going to be. Nothing interesting happened in practice, but we can take a look at the Jets roster, see if there are any new faces in town, and see who we'll be going up against in this. Should be a pretty difficult matchup. Already mentioned they still have Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson still on roster as well. Running back, they have Breece Hall, who's up to an 88 overall. Chuba Hubbard, very good backup. Izzy Amendokonda, very good receiving back as their 3rd stringer. And then Gabe Neighbors at fullback. Garrett Wilson, Jamal Agnew, Alan Lazard, and rookie Devon Ramsey make up their receiving core. Honestly, outside of Garrett Wilson and the rookie, not exactly great, but Ramsey does look very good, so he should probably be this team's receiver too. Lazard is a glorified tight end, a glorified blocking tight end, let alone a receiver, and then Agnew is a return guy, but he's honestly okay. But yeah, not exactly a super talented receiver room. A tight end, Tyler Conklin will be the benefactor of going up against our defense and absolutely destroying us. They also have Aaron Buckner, rookie out of Miami. He looks pretty good, very athletic. Offensive line, left tackle Carter Warren going to be starting. Also have Laken Tomlinson, Joe Tippmann, AVT with Max Mitchell, and then Mekhi Becton and Darian Kennard. Now, defensively, they have John Franklin Myers and Will McDonald at defensive end. Also have Jermaine Johnson, Julian Okwara, Quinnen Williams up to a 96 overall superstar X Factor up the middle. And then starting off their outside linebackers, they have Devontae Franks, who is another pass rusher. Very athletic, great acceleration. He's going to be a problem. Middle linebacker, they have CJ Mosley, Zaire Barnes in there, as well as Quincy Williams on the other side, brother of Quinnen Williams. And then Sauce Gardner is at a 98 overall superstar X Factor. DJ Reed, Kader Kohu in the slots, and then Bryce Hall. So they have very good corner depth. Like all 4 guys are very good, very capable players, all good starters on most teams. And then of course you have the superstar talent up top. Jordan Whitehead, Russ Yeast at safety, Terrell Edmonds, and Tony Adams at the other side, and then pretty good kicker and punter as well. But what might be able to help our chances is plugging up one of the biggest holes, and that is coverage linebacker. We have been getting just destroyed by tight ends all season out of the slot, just over the middle of the field, and I think getting a really good cover linebacker could help that out quite a bit. And it just so happens there is a great one on the trading block. Now, he's always here in Madden. Trenton Simpson is sitting on the trade block in game, and I don't want to, you know, really take advantage of this, but he's going to be sitting here, and I'll show you their roster here in a second. I feel like at a certain point, you do just gotta have to take advantage of the game being bad, and he solves the exact issue we've been having, which is a very good, very reliable, tight endy racing cover linebacker. 91 speed, 95 excel, 89 hit power, really good block shedding as well. And he is just a perfect linebacker to build the middle of our defense around, and I think I'm willing to trade a lot to get him. So we are going to be making a move here for Trenton Simpson. Before we do that, though, we'll go ahead and just show you guys that their middle linebacker position is set. They, of course, have Roquan Smith, signed to a 4-year deal, 98 overall, superstar X Factor, and they signed Patrick Queen to a 5-year extension at an 84 overall, 10 overall better, still relatively young as well, only 2 years older than Trenton Simpson. So in order to free him up and get him some more playing time and allow him to start, I think I'm willing to pay quite a bit to go get him. Also, he has a combined 3 tackles in his first year and a half. So he is just straight up not playing. That's the main reason I don't feel bad about doing this. Let's see if we even have any offers for him. I was thinking about drawing up my own trade, but I figured might as well look and see what they're asking for. So they're asking for our 3rd rounder this year, which we got in the Harold Landry trade, a 4th rounder in 2027, a 5th rounder this year, or no, a 7th rounder this year, and a 7th rounder in 2026. So they're asking for 2 7th round picks, a 4th rounder, and a 3rd rounder this year. And then our other offer is going to be a 3rd rounder in 2027, a 4th rounder this year, and a 6th rounder in 2027. Now, obviously, I like this one a lot more. We don't have to give up the 3rd round pick we got, but they still get a 3rd round pick. It's just in a couple of years. They get a 4th rounder this year, which if you base it on where Trenton Simpson was drafted, I want to say he was a 3rd round pick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was a 3rd round pick, 86. So late 3rd. Get a 4th round pick back for him in 2 years. Now, if you're looking in terms of overall, obviously we're winning this trade. We're getting the prospects. I just really don't want to give up a 3rd rounder this year. I'll do it. I'm going to do this trade. 3rd rounder in 2027, 4th rounder this year, 6th rounder in 2027 for Trenton Simpson to be a new starting middle linebacker for us. It does create a bit of a logjam, as we now have Azeez Al-Shaair. And that moves Monty Rice to the bench. I don't like that because Monty Rice has been our best player on defense this season. So I think we might look to flip Al-Shaair. I wanted to involve him in this trade, but the Ravens couldn't afford him. If we're gonna trade Azeez Al-Shaair to somewhere he'll play, we'll take 2 6th round picks. There you go, 2 6th round picks for Azeez Al-Shaair, and he gets to go start for the Buffalo Bills and contend for a title. We get a prospect, he gets to go play. We get a couple late round picks. I think that's fair all around. I think we did good. Sometimes we do right by our players, sometimes we just shift them off for picks. It really just depends on what they did for us. And Simpson will step immediately into the sub linebacker role, as well as the starting middle linebacker role. So he just immediately comes in and hopefully reshapes the middle of our defense, because we need it. But that's enough talking. We are ready to hop into this game and see how just horribly wrong it can go. Let's do it. Is that supposed to be Robert Saleh? Is that supposed to be Mike Ickerson? Okay, at least that one looks accurate. Beautiful afternoon here in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, maybe not. It looks very overcast, so might get some rainfall a little bit later as Ryan Stonehouse sends it deep. And we will see Aaron Rodgers take the field for this New York Jets team. Now, I'm recording this on November 28th, and there is rumors that he's trying to come back in early December, which would be absolutely insane. But the question I have for you guys is, if this hasn't been announced yet, do you think it's a good idea? Like, do you think it's smart for him to come back, even though their season is potentially over? Not looking great, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be a hell of a story, though. Either way, first snap of the game, First look at Trenton Simpson in a Titans uniform, and that is complete to who else but the tight end, Tyler Conklin. All right, so it turns out Monty Rice still can't cover tight ends. That's amazing. Oh man, that's actually hilarious. Rodgers over the middle. Finds Alan Lazard for another first down. How are we getting beat by the slowest two guys on the field? That's actually hilarious. Check down to the tight end. James Houston in coverage. Can't have that. We need to go 4-3 in the worst way. I'm staying in a 3-4 for the rest of this season because you don't, typically switch defenses mid-season, but man, do I want to be in a 4-3 so bad. Oh my god, Simpson just got pancaked and ran over by Breece Hall as he was trying to get up. All right, we can't tackle. That's very much apparent. We can't cover either. So what exactly are we good at? I'll let you know when I find out. But it's got to be something. Good tackle. Simpson getting help from the homies to keep Tyler Conklin out of the end zone. Crazy that we need people to help with that, but that's the world we live in. Lazard is uncovered in the slot. I'm just going to move Simpson over. And there we go. That's a big hit. Good coverage. Should have probably played the ball there, but that's okay. We'll take the incompletion. Definitely wasn't trying to play the ball, and, not that animation. But hey, I'm not complaining. We forced the field goal. I'm just like, give me stat. Give me cool interception. Way more fun. But I'm not going to complain. We actually get the stop. We forced the field goal. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Patterson, really good return. Gets us out to the 33, Cordell Patterson. We had two new starters on defense, and we also have a new starter on offense. Forgot to mention this in the intro, but Kendre Miller will officially be taking over the starting role at running back, as the last 3 weeks have gone very poorly for Tyjae Spears in terms of just not being able to get anything going in, yards per carry, and also fumbling. He's fumbled a couple times the last few games, and I'm done with it. We're gonna see what Kendre Miller has as he breaks through the line on that first carry, gets 7 yards. McGee press at the line. We love when they press us. And he's actually going to catch that out ahead. He's going to have a chance at the end zone, and he's going to make it in. Dwayne McGee, please keep pressing him at the line. Will Levis finds him. If you're going to press him, at least press him with someone with size. You're pressing him with 5'8" DJ Reed. It's not going to end well. Levis, good accuracy to get the ball out in front where only McGee can make a play on it. And then it's just a foot race. And that's as he takes a hit from Big Q, Quinnen Williams. Or the flag, ref. That's roughing. Ooh, and we get a roughing the kicker penalty on the kickoff. We'll just take the field goal. Obviously, this kick is good. Kick is good. But we get to kick it off from the 50 now. So Ryan Stonehouse gets to kick a field goal. That's pretty fun. What's the point of that penalty? Like, just give them the ball on the 25. There's literally no point to even make us do this other than Ryan Stonehouse getting to show off. Rodgers out of empty on their second drive of the game. Have Simpson in man coverage against the running back as Lazard on a curl. Is that Lazard? No, that's Jamal Agnew. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't paying attention to really anything there other than the fact that we got beat, and I just assumed it was going to be Alan Lazard because I find that funnier than the alternative. Oh, that's my bad. That one's on me. That one's just straight up on me. Breece Hall out of the backfield for $1 million. 2nd and 9 after a Breece Hall run. It's going to be a quick throw to Garrett Wilson. Only a couple yards after a good stop by Darian Gallery on coverage, who's been getting absolutely picked on the last 2 weeks. Just opposing QBs are just straight up targeting him and not having a making him have a horrible time, as Jeffrey Simmons gets to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Tua and Josh Allen the last 2 weeks have just been only targeting Darian Gallery. It's whoever offense on whoever Gallery has been covering, but able to make a play there against Garrett Wilson. And Jeffrey Simmons follows it up with a huge sack that I feel like I didn't even really get to talk about because I was too busy talking about how horrible Gallery has been picked on. But we're gonna trust our guy, and it's totally not just because of the depth trait. 1 point lead here late in the first quarter. We're gonna get the ball to Kendra Miller again. He's gonna run through a couple of arm tackles and get 8. That's just more effort than we were getting out of Tyjae, man. Tyjae just didn't really run through contact. We'll give him a carry here. We still want him to be a part of the offense. He is still our receiving back. And he's still a higher overall, a better player right now than Kendra Miller. It's just he's been disappointing in his touches. Gonna have a good one here. It's a first down plus. 7 yards on the carry. We're just gonna go inside zone here. They have a very spread D line. And we're just gonna outrun the linebacker. Kendra Miller showing the burst of speed. Just leaving CJ Mosley in the dust. Make him look like he's not even moving. And aside from Quentin Williams, the rest of this D-line not great in run defense. As Kendra able to get out to midfield. We're gonna take this to the left. Miller gets the edge. Tried to hurdle a man, and it's a fumble. All right, we got to bench him now. It's our barometer for a benching. Let's get it in the first quarter. To be clear, did not mean to do that, but still funny. We're getting killed through the air, but very much holding our own on the ground as we have a big lead in rushing yards and a lead in the game overall. So I like where we're at. Might be time to go play action, see if we can't catch him napping. Been a heavy diet of running so far. And we're going to get Okonkwo out ahead of John Franklin Myers in coverage. That's a winning matchup for us every single time. We might even go double play action here and just see if we can't get into the end zone. No, we cannot, as Franks, the rookie, Devontae Franks, gets to Will Levis. Huge sack there. Backs us up to 2nd and 19 as they really still want us to run close PA cross. They still want us to go for that play, and I do love that play, but I don't know if it's a good idea. We're on a different form of play action that I still don't think is a good idea. So we're really gonna fool on 2nd and 19 with the play action call. The answer was nobody. 3rd and 19. As long as we don't take a sack here, we're still in field goal range. So yeah, obviously we want the first down. I don't think we'll be able to get it, but we are going to try to hit McGee, and we actually do pick up the first down. Dwayne McGee. Levis starting out 3 of 4 for 98 yards. 2 of those big catches, 20 plus for Dwayne McGee. Obviously, the first one much more than 20, 60 something, 50 something. I don't know. I didn't do the math. And McGee, another just beautiful route. That time in coverage against CJ Mosley, and that is just a mismatch. Another touchdown for Dwayne McGee. Our first round pick, top 10, number 6 overall. He is eating against this very vaunted Jets defense. You gotta try covering 6'5" with a 5'10" corner. They're gonna try covering our great route running 6'5" receiver with a linebacker. Come on. Put some respect on him. We're Sauce. Sauce scared of the challenge? I don't know. Seems like it so far. Rodgers 2nd and 10. Stacked backfield. We're going to bring a blitz, and we're going to get to a Monty Rice. Sending the heat up the middle. Monty Rice able to get to Aaron Rodgers. Makes it 3rd and 18. Our defense has come to play today. a couple of long drives, but only, field goals thus far, as we have the Jets backed up to their 18-yard line, and I should not be responsible for that. First down to Jamal Agnew. Already forgot who it was again. 84. 2nd and 6 from around midfield. We're going to bring a blitz again. Worked last time on 2nd down. And unfortunately, it's going to be a run. Breece Hall able to fight his way through for the first. Sometimes he just gets the play call wrong. That was one of those times. Sometimes you just suck. That was one of those times. Now on the right side of the 50 for them. And that's a pass over the middle of the field, broken up by Darian Gallery. Nope, Sean Murphy bunting. Runners went for it all there. Staying aggressive. Huge hit. Monty Rice forcing the incompletion. And that's how we kept him over Aziz, man. He's been so good. Not to say Aziz is bad. It's just we get the higher upside player, Trenton Simpson. And we kept the guy who's been better. Monty Rice has been better. We just need better coverage. Neither one of those guys are great cover linebackers. Now Monty just gets to fully focus in on what he's good at. That is just thumping. Good contain. Gonna be a shot to the end zone. Murphy bunting breaks it up. And that's gonna be another 4th down for this Jets team. This time out of field goal range. They will punt. And we will have a chance to take a commanding lead here if we can get more points on the board. That punt is not a great one. Gonna be a touchback. We'll get the ball at the 20. 3rd and 6 after a blown block by the O-line on a 2nd down run. Had our target there looked like Burks, but unable to get the throw off as Jermaine Johnson gets in and kills Will Levis. Thankfully, just a throw out of sack that falls into the dirt and nothing more serious. We'll bring out Ryan Stonehouse, see if he can't flip the field. Best punter in the league. And that's a great one. Am I crazy or did he not actually call fair catch there? I never saw it, but I'm gonna switch this up. I don't really like having Simpson in man coverage. I guess a guy like Agnew. Gallery gets targeted and Garrett Wilson comes down with it. Big play by the Jets offense. Finally getting the ball moving a little bit. I think they're gonna run out of this. I'm tempted to run commit and we're going to. Fuck it. It's not a run. But we are going to be able to flush Aaron Rodgers out of the pocket and get to him with Trenton Simpson. Another sack. We're top 5 in the league in sacks coming into today, and we already have 3, if not 4. So we are playing very well in that department. Unfortunately, it's just not our edge rushers. It's our middle linebackers. And they're not all just me usering doing shit like that. As Garrett Wilson able to get another 1st down. Rodgers to the sideline for 4. Brings up the 2-minute warning. We're playing that bend don't break defense. Is what we've been doing all day today. Need to continue. Look, I'm cool with giving up long drives as long as we get them off the field. Unfortunately, have not been able to do that very successfully this drive. Agnew another 1st. He's a return man, and he is just destroying us. He's not a bad receiver, but a bit unfortunate that we're getting this messed up by him. And there is Breece Hall out of the backfield on a wheel. That's Monty Rice in man coverage. Touchdown, Jets. And they are going to kick the field goal to go down by 1 point instead of attempting to tie it up. We will play safe just in case they do want to fake it. And they don't. We do get the ball to start the 2nd half, so assuming we can get points up here, we are still in a great spot. Just very much need to get more points on the board. Offense stalled out last drive. Need to prevent that from happening again. McGee once again getting pressed. I mean, if you want to try it again, please be my guest. It's just going to depend on what the free safety does. And he backs up. We're just going to take a shot. And McGee has it bouncing out of his hands. Oh, man. You got to come down with that, dude. It hits you in the hands. You got to catch it. That's the rules. I don't make them. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. That's the wrong button. I wanted X there. I wanted to just check down to, I think it was Traylon Burks. End up just chucking it to McGee. It was open. Had the look, just was not what I was intending to do. We're not gonna give up on third down like the game just so often wants you to do. And McGee drops it that time. Oh, that one, that's a bad drop. Oh, bro. 2 drops on this drive from Dwayne McGee. And we will unfortunately go 3 and out, giving the ball right back. We're not messing around. First down blitz. Get after Rodgers. Forced out and just immediately finds Tyler Conklin for the first timeout. Gonna check down the Conklin. Another first down. We are just not allowed to cover tight ends no matter what we do. Like, at all. If you're a tight end who plays against me in Madden, you are destined to having a career game. Let's have a check down to the right side. Gonna be the rookie Buckner. Picking up the first down. Rodgers dinking and diming his way into the red zone. And our defense was so good until just the last couple of drives, as who would guess Tyler Conklin gets into the down to the 3. Low red zone now. Need another great stand from our defense. It slants. Gonna find Breece Hall. Just get him down, please. Down to the 1. They're gonna go no huddle. Old. And thankfully that pass just missed. 6 seconds left. They're gonna go for the field goal here. I don't agree with that. You still have a timeout. What are you doing? That is just classic awful clock management by the Madden CPU, and I'm okay with it. We'll see if they make us return this, and they will. Patterson's gonna have a chance. Unfortunately, 82 just refuses to block. And it's Zach Ertz. I'm pretty sure we literally had, although that might have been called block in the back, but come on, man. That's literally a touchdown. As Aaron Rodgers has 265 yards passing in the first half, completely negating our awesome start to the game. You hate to see it. But we will receive the second half kickoff. See if we can actually get good blocking on this one. That'd be pretty damn cool. Nope. In fact, just the opposite. Need to reestablish the run. It's working out well for us. We were getting good, consistent yards early on. And that opens up play action and everything else we want to do with our offense. So we will keep the ball on the ground for Kendre Miller. And yikes. 2nd and 11 after a huge TFL by the Jets D line on the first play. And we will target Sauce Gardner for the first time, and incomplete. Jermaine Johnson injured on the play. Gonna try to hit McGee, and he gets knocked out. Another injury for the Jets is Michael Clemens, but it doesn't matter as we are forced to punt. Tyler Conklin already has 100+ yards, by the way. Just saying. It's fucking ridiculous. Rodgers says the Jets already passed midfield as we are getting just picked apart, as per usual. There's nothing new here. Absolutely nothing new. Same old, just bullied. Relentlessly. Tyler Conklin, uncoverable. 7 yards. He's over 100 on the day. 123 to be exact. What do we do to cover tight ends? What do we do besides setting up, you know, complex coverages that are lame and boring and no one cares about? There's absolutely nothing you can do. As that's going to be a neutral, that's going to be offsides on us. Okay. Whatever, dude. Conklin 10 catches for 128 yards. I would venture to guess Tyler Conklin has maybe like 1 or 2 100-yard games in his entire career. But he's having just the best game of his life against us as Breece Hall cuts that back up the middle for a good gain, gets him inside the 5. Why are we so fucking bad against tight ends? Doesn't matter who it is, they just kill us. That was a touchdown, but we're gonna ignore it. Down to the 1. And I am so certain that this goal line stand is going to go well for us. It's actually a fake pitch. Clay Staley, big hits. Or a fake handoff into the pitch, rather. That play is awful, but I used to really like it in whatever year Lamar was on the cover. Madden 21, I think. It was fun in that game. Back in the end zone, Agnew, touchdown. Jets take a 23-14 lead. Got to get back going on offense. Our defense is we're hitting that point of the game where they are just constantly on the field, so they're getting worn out. And it's not even that they're playing poorly at this point. It's just when you're on the field as much as they are, you can't really do a lot. So we need our offense to show back up. We're phenomenal for the first quarter, have been non-existent ever since. That's why. All right, this is a great idea. Tyler Spears is a starter again. Maybe not, but actually like how this is going. He's looking good in the carries he does get. And Kendra Miller is on the field doing well in his carries as well. I like this two-headed attack. It's whenever we had Kendra Miller as the backup, he would never get opportunities. It's once again coach suggestions, and no, I'm not changing that. So now that we have Kendra as a starter and are still playing coach suggestions, and they're both getting a good amount of carries, I like that. We're gonna try Sauce Gardner, just nothing gets open. 4 of 12. Not exactly a great game from Will Levis. But 3 of those are drops. At least one of those is throw out of a sack. So not, again, entirely his fault. Shaheed uncovered. We'll take it. Good block by Burks. Out past midfield. A rare completion from Will Levis. They've been very few and far between today. The 2 of them have gone for touchdowns, so. Another good run from Miller gets us 3rd and 3. I would like to keep the ball on the ground here. Yeah, I don't like this play action play, so we're just gonna keep the ball on the ground. Good block by Skaronski. First down, Kendra Miller. Having a very good drive. We needed this. We really... As the safety comes barreling down after just a couple. It's gonna be the end of the 3rd quarter. 315 passing yards. That's a lot. Scored on this play earlier, and it looks like they're gonna keep CJ Mosley in coverage against McGee, so I'm willing to take the same look. They're gonna give it to us. McGee into the end zone, knocked out by DJ Reed. Or no, that's gonna be Jordan Whitehead, excuse me. The other 5-foot, 10-inch, something like that defensive back they have. Take a shot to him. That's gonna be out of bounds. 4th and 8. Start of the 4th quarter. We get a stop, and field goal is a fine decision, so we're just gonna go for the 3 points here. I've learned my lesson from not taking the points when we can get them, so we will take the points. Also, I feel like if I don't high point that pass to McGee, which I don't know, maybe if we had like a more accurate QB or a QB who had like an ability that made it so accuracy wasn't affected on higher low balls, that wouldn't matter because I feel like you should be able to throw a high point pass to a 6'5" guy one-on-one against the safety and it'd be pretty accurate. I feel like that's a good decision, not an insane thing to do. But I feel like if we don't high point it there, we might have had a better chance against that. Or to get that, rather. Clay Staley injured on the play as Keely Ringo gets beat by Alan Lazard. So that's just embarrassing all around. Looks like a shoulder, collarbone, pec thing. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But we do get to see more Reggie Edwards this way. As Buckner, the rookie tight end, makes another play out to midfield. Guys, cover the fucking tight end. Oh my fucking god. Tyler Conklin, again, he's got 150 fucking yards. Bruised shoulder for Staley. We'll go to Reggie Edwards. Maybe he can cover a tight end. Reggie, you wanna play some man coverage against Tyler Conklin? He's like 75 speed. Break down to Brees Hall. Breaks the gallery tackle as Simpson comes flying across the field trying to just end his career. Play action. Rodgers forced out. Gotta throw it away. Need to bring him down there. Really need to bring him down there. 3rd and 6. They're in field goal range, so I'm gonna go blitz, try to get them out of field goal range. See if we can't get lucky. But realistically, it's just going to be complete to Tyler Conklin unless they run it with Brees Hall, which they do, and gets a couple. So it's going to be 4th and 4. A field goal makes it still a 9-point game. So that sucks. But we still have over 6 minutes left to go. It's not the end of the world. Just need a touchdown. Also, I find it hilarious that Blankenship is wearing 12 when Rodgers is on the team. Did he want to wear 8? Like, is 12 available? I don't even know. It's funny. Either way. There's 12 like a retired number for the Jets. I have no idea. I feel like it is, actually. That Namath's number? Yeah, it is Joe Namath's number. Okay, yeah. I'm smart. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Got a long way to go, but we need points on this drive, and that is not a good start. Jermaine Johnson hitting him with the Goldberg spear out of nowhere. Not really a thing Goldberg did, but you know what I mean. This isn't a wrestling channel yet. Gonna be a screen to Spears on 2nd and forever. Get a lot of it back. That's fucking bullshit. Oh my god, guys. When I tell you from right here, I had no control because I run into Peter Skoronski. I had no control over Kendre Miller. He just gets near Skoronski and just runs straight to the right into this block. I'm trying to just cut like slightly up, you know, so we can get to the open area. He just runs straight into the back of his fucking fullback, right into the fucking tackle. 4th and 3 from the 25. The CPU wants us to go for it. I agree. We kind of have to, so we're going to. Gonna try to hit McGee, and he actually holds onto the ball for once. Burks on the backside gets a first down. I seriously don't think this play has ever worked, but we're gonna try it because I'm a lunatic. And it's intercepted by Terrell Edmonds. And Levis gets thrown to the ground. That's why you don't run that play. It never gets open. 2-minute warning. Not entirely out of the game yet, but it's looking real awful. Looking real bad. 3rd and 5. Need a turnover here in the worst way. Need a sack. Need something positive from the defense. Good play by Simpson. We'll use a timeout just to, you know, keep as much time on the clock as we can. It will be a field goal, which will make it a 12-point game. So we have Under 2 minutes to get essentially a touchdown, onside kick, touchdown, with 2 timeouts to work with. I don't like our chances, obviously. But last time we were in a similar situation, we were at least able to get 1 touchdown to make the game at least look a little better than it otherwise was. And this game, it's once again, you know, a combination of just a few things. This isn't on Will Levis. We've had how many drops and how many passes knocked out? At least 4 drops and at least 3 or 4 passes knocked out, a couple of throw out of sacks. So like, I don't put this on Will Levis. Our running game has been good. Our defense has been adequate when they've been on the field. They just can't cover fucking Tyler Conklin. He's playing like fucking Tony Gonzalez. Should have went to A there. Gotta go no huddle. Let me snap the fucking ball. That's intercepted. GG, we suck. Game over. You think these guys are gonna kick a field goal at the last second like the last 2 opponents have? Does the AFC East have any class at all? No, they do not. Yeah, please kill that fucker. I don't even blame you. 3 weeks in a row, in this exact same scenario, 3 teams have all kicked a field goal. Have some fucking decency. 32-17 is your final. Everything I just said still stands. Like, obviously the 2 interceptions at the end you can put on Will Levis, but before that, nothing that happened was on him. Like, a lot of drops, a lot of throw out of sacks, a lot of pass breakups, like, not entirely on him. Defense was on the field the entire game because we just weren't able to get a lot of first down conversions. And then you couple that with Tyler Conklin having the game of his fucking life because he plays tight end and is going up against us. It's just going to end up being not a good day. 32-17 is your final. Rodgers goes 29 for 37 for 381 and 2 touchdowns. Levis, 10 for 22. 165, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. 2 picks were at the very end of the game, so whatever. Kendra Miller was really good. 15 for 74 for 4.9 per carry. Did have a fumble, but that was because I was trying to be silly, not because he's bad. And then Tyjae Spears in a backup role, 5 yards per carry. Way more than he was getting, you know, most weeks as a starter. He had a couple of really good games, but those appeared to be the outlier rather than the games where he was awful. Brees Hall didn't really do a whole lot, but was effective when they needed him. And then receiving 145 yards for Tyler Conklin. Let me just go ahead and look up Tyler Conklin's career stats real quick. For his career, Tyler Conklin has 1,888 yards. He had 2 seasons. His first 2 seasons, he had less than 100 yards. His 3rd season with the Vikings, he had 194 yards. He almost had his total for an entire season against us today. Technically, his total for 3 seasons, if you want to look at it that way. And then ever since he's became a starter, he's had, you know, 600, 500, 400. But, bro, what can I do to cover tight ends? I don't know, other than actually, you know, changing the formations and stuff and choosing plays, but that's boring. I don't want to do all that. And setting up, like, pre-snap adjustments. Like, no one cares. It's a for fun series, not a try-hard series. If you want a try-hard series, go watch people play Mutt. But Jamal Agnew, 6 for 66. Alan Lazard, 4 for 31. Dwayne McGee was awesome. Garrett Wilson, he's the best player on the team, and we didn't even notice him because that's how good Tyler Conklin was. But McGee, 4 for 95, 2 touchdowns, 3 drops. So that, you know, affects Levis's completion percentage. Not to mention at least 3 or 4 passes that were just knocked out by the defense. A drop from Rashid Shaheed on 3 for 33. Okonkwo, 1 for 15. Traylon Burks, 1 for 13. Tyjae Spears, 1 for 9. And then I have to mention it again. A couple of throw out of sacks. You add all that together. Will Levis is what? Let's just say he's 1 for 10 for 22. He's probably 16 for 22 or 17 for 22 if we take all of that away. And then blocking, Okonkwo gave up a sack. Monty Rice had 10 tackles. 3 TFLs for Trenton Simpson in his debut. 2 for Monty Rice, 1 for Staley, 1 for Simmons. Sacks for Rice, Simpson, and Simmons. No interceptions because we don't get those most weeks. You have an upgrade point for Dwayne McGee coming off a 2 touchdown performance. I want speed. I want release. I want spec catch. All of this is leading me towards another deep threat upgrade. Gets up to an 81 overall, and we get +2 awareness, +2 deep route, +1 catching, +1 release. I'll take it. We move on to week 8, where we don't have to play against an AFC East team, which will be cool. Instead, I didn't even look to see who we play. But the mock draft is out, so I know what we're starting next episode with, taking a look at the draft class. We play the Detroit Lions, who are, just the casual 6-0. So that's fun. Yeah, we'll take a look at the draft class and all that sort of stuff next week. I do appreciate you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all that sort of nonsense, and I'll see y'all then. Take it easy.